You don't have to tell me, I already know. They already know something, they think they know. Do they know? Who knows? I don't want to compete for your attention, and I'm not so sure that opposites attract. This person is so insecure. They are really struggling. They cannot get their head around the fact that you've been pursuing them. They don't know why you like them. Oh, Necessary Evil by Unknown Mortal Orchestra. Great song. There's a lyric in there about... hold up, I'm going to look it up. I want to be your friend, but don't have the self-control. We're in love, but I don't get what you see in me. Love in me could be your fatal flaw. Just hanging in there, trying to be your necessary evil. Great song. Anyway, they're literally like shooting themselves in the foot because you are so ready. You're like, I still care about you. You're so ready to mend this. But they're like, I'm not so sure because it's the trap. They're clearly into you. They clearly want you to come to their rescue, right? They clearly do not want to compete for your attention. They don't want anybody else in the picture. But what I will say is this is a really unhealthy headspace to be in. And I would get you at this point to question, if this person like resonates with the person that you've been dealing with, is this the type of person that you want in your life? Because they are going to be constantly blowing up your DMs, your messages, being like, would you still love me if I was a worm? And like, okay, cute the first time, immediately after the second time, needy. Too needy. Exhausting. What do they think? Okay, there's so many things that I needed to come back to in this reading. What did they think? They already know that you don't have to tell them. You don't have to tell me. I already know. Well, what do they think they know? What do they think they know? Trying to be your necessary evil. They know nothing. They know nothing. 40 Towers could be relevant. 7 of Cups. Shame John Cleese turned out to be such a cunt. Anyway. They're just completely delulu. They're in their head. They're like making up anything that they can't. Oh yeah, and the moon as well. There's a lot of self-deception happening here. Okay, I'm starting to rethink whether this is someone that you should even have in your life in the first place, because their insecurities are so intense that they're just like rattling with angst. But not even angst, it's just like they're making up so many stories that have no bearing on reality about like how much you couldn't possibly be into them. They're making mountains out of molehills. Things do not need to be this difficult. They do not need to be listening to these freaking 80s power ballads. 'Cause I'm your lady and you are my man. Regarding this connection, they could just not run away. They could try it. They could just not run away. And I'm seeing this freaking self-sabotage card staring up at me from an earlier reading that I did. Oh, I just spanked it. Just spanked the card. Okay. I think we need some advice for you at this point. What Universe, speak through me. What do we need to tell this person watching this video about this connection? What do we need to tell them about this connection, please? Hello? Anybody in? Ah. The Hierophant. You really see something in this person, huh? You're not going to find your perfect future in every person who shows interest in you. I think you're at a time in your life with the Hierophant and the Four of Wands that you're actively looking for. Well, it seems like if you resonate with this video, the likelihood is that you will be looking for your life partner. you'll be looking for the next person who you're going to move in with, maybe marry, maybe have a family with, depending on what you want in your life. It seems like there's a lot of traditions coming through. Maybe you're feeling a pressure to sort of get along with things a little bit in your life. You know, at your big age, maybe you should want this, that, and the other. Hate the word should. Let's ignore the word should, because your life is just your life, and it's working out at the pace that it needs to. And but maybe you are feeling pressure if you're a religious person as well. Maybe there's a certain pressure to get married and have a family by a certain age, or you know, you don't want to be the only person turning up to church on a Sunday without their spouse and kids. Which would be understandable, you know, parents kind of, you know, breathing down your neck and being like, when are you going to get married then? That thing might be putting pressure on you, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you should put your faith in every person that walks your way. It's like you have to resist the temptation a little bit, I think, of trying to make things work with someone who's being difficult. Ooh, Ace of Wands. Ooh. Wait, this part's long. Let's go to the next part.